From South Carolina Public Radio, this is Who, What, When. It's an hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Brandon Gray.
And I'm Daniel Thompson. Thanks for joining us this week. We're jumping in the Who, What, When time machine. It's for the 1990s. Specifically, we're looking back at some pop culture from the 1990s.
I love that. I was born then.
Good, dude. That's awesome, man.
Coming up, we'll see how well you remember the movies of 1999.
Good year.
Dig up some of that gnarly slang from the decade and revisit some of my favorite sitcoms of all time because they came from the 1990s.
You can be a contestant on our show by calling 803-470-6347. That's 803-470-6347. Or by emailing us, whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org. You have the opportunity to play some trivia games with us and the chance of taking home the title of Who, What, When Champion of the Week. And more importantly, that sweet, sweet Who, What, When fanny pack.
That's right, Dano. The fanny pack, it's perfect for the 90s episode. It's right in the nice pocket of the 1990s.
Yeah.
You look at it and you say, oh, that's a 1990s fanny pack right there.
No doubt
that's
about
good
it.
stuff. What a decade it was, Dan. What a decade. Not only was I born, as I mentioned, also, you know, the after the end of the Cold War, we had the internet starting in our homes,
Classic
AOL.
dial-up sitch.
You've got mail.
That's right.
All that good stuff. Grunge music, boy bands, and more importantly, once again, I was born.
Were you born in the 90s?
I want to reemphasize how important it is that I was born in the 1990s. It's got a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
I was born.
I mean, I was basically 7 to 17 in the 90s. So
Okay.
formative years for me. I mean, this is all of middle school and high school for me.
You celebrated the birth
Yeah.
and mourned the loss of ska all in that
all
on
in the
that
last
time.
half of the 1990s. And how dare you
What
say
a
ska
whirlwind.
is dead.
Sorry.
1996, seminal year for blockbuster movies for me.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, Independence Day, Twister. I mean, these were the best of times.
Yeah.
The 1990s.
It was a magical time, and we all remember what happened New Year's Eve,
all the
1999.
computers shut down.
Yes, and
we lost the magic that was the
I think a
90s.
lot of people forget about that.
Yeah.
And all the good computers we lost on that day.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Lost some
obviously.
good men.
We lost some good men. And so shout out to everybody. Let's take a moment of silence for all the computers we lost heading into the year 2000.
Shout out.
It's been really fun reminiscing, Brand,
Yeah.
and giving moments of silence to machines, but we shouldn't, hog all of that fun for ourselves.
That's right.
How about we bring in today's contestant?
I love that idea, Dano. Again, if you want to participate in our games here on Who, What, When, all you got to do is call us 803-470-6347.
We got two callers on the line right now. Caller number one, tell us your name and where you're from.
This is Scott, and I'm in Denver, Colorado.
Scott will be going up against our second contestant today. Caller number two, what's your name and where are you from?
Hi, guys. I'm Summer from North Carolina.
All right, let's get going. Our first game's called Party Like It's 1999.
As if I ever stopped.
That's
Dano.
right. 1999 felt like such a pivotal year. We're about to head into a new millennium and excited about what the 2000s would bring us. And 1999 was a big year for pop culture, specifically movies, Brand. There are many film critics who now consider 1999 to be one of the best years in cinematic history.
And the reason for that, Dan, is just the sheer amount of movies, classic movies that were released in 1999. We look back at 1999 and just think, I can't possibly believe that all of these great movies came out in that same year. That's the voice in my head.
It's a great voice in your head. There were so many great films as well that year, and it can be easy to lump in other classic 90s movies with those from 1999. And that's what Party Like It's 1999 is all about.
That's right. Scott and Summer, here's how the game is going to work. For each question, Dan has 3 movies that you can choose from, 2 of which were released in 1999, and one of them came out during some other year in the 90s. He's going to read a clue about the movie that doesn't fit, and you'll need to tell us which movie did not come out in 1999. That will be the correct answer. And Dan, this sounds like a tough segment, but I believe wholeheartedly that our contestants are going to be able to make it through.
Yeah, maybe it was a mistake writing it. There's only one way to find out, though, Bran, and it's by playing the game. Scott, you're up first. Here's your clue. 1999 was a great year for mainstream sci-fi and fantasy movies, but it didn't feature an entry from this storied TV and film franchise. Is it A, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, B, The Matrix, or C, Star Trek?
It's working!
Scotty, what are you thinking?
I'm pretty sure Star Wars Episode 1 came out in 1999.
Okay.
I remember going to it. Now, according to what Bram said, he was 9 years old. I was well older than that. So I'm pretty sure it's not that one. The Matrix, that's hard. I really don't remember when that came out. I feel like you could be trying to trick me just being off by 1 year or something. And I've never been a Star Trek fan. So I'm just going to say Star Trek did not come out in 1999.
He's saying Star Trek didn't come out in 1999, and he is correct.
That's how you do it right there. I like that, Scott. That's good. There's been lots of Star Trek movies over the years, of course. You're telling me not a one in 99.
Not a one. I was talking about the J.J. Abrams because they're all specific movies. But yes, not a single one. And your key there was TV.
Yeah.
The Matrix was never a TV franchise. So you got to listen close to those clues. Maybe there's a little...
I didn't even hear that part.
Yeah,
okay.
There's a little wink in there for you. Scotty, you're on the board, 1-0. Summer, you're up next here on Party Like It's 1999. Here's your clue. 1999 featured breakthroughs in animation, but it didn't feature this all-star of a movie. Was it A, Shrek, B, Toy Story 2, or C, Tarzan?
This is wonderful. This is great. All three fantastic movies. Summer, 99.
Or as my grandmother would call it, Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Wow. I distinctly remember all three of these movies from my childhood, so that's not going to be easy. I don't think it's Tarzan, because you said all-star cast, and there's the big names in Tarzan. You love Rosie as one of the gorillas. So the other two would be Shrek, or what was the third
Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2. Oh, my gosh. Okay, 99. I'm going to have to go with Shrek.
She's going with Shrek, and she's gonna be correct.
Wow.
Way to think through it.
That's great.
Did you get that from the All-Star clue? I bet you did.
Hey, now, you're an all-star. Yeah, 100%.
Straight out of Shrek.
Listen, Summer, it doesn't matter how you got it.
You got it. Yeah, you didn't have to use my clues. You're good. It's 1-1. It's good. Look, I can tell this is gonna be a battle. I can tell already, Brandon.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for a donkey.
You ready for it?
Donkey.
You keep working on it, buddy. You'll get there.
Okay, how about this? It's time for question 3, donkey.
Are you calling me donkey
Yes.
or Scott donkey?
You. I would never call
fair.
Scott
Thank
donkey.
you so much. We're playing Party Like It's 1999. It's Who What Win on South Carolina Public Radio. That's Brand. This is Donkey.
Thank you.
The next question, which of these movies didn't come out in 1999? Scott, your clue. Julia Roberts had a year in 1999, but it wasn't the year where she was kind of the villain in her own rom-com. Is that A, Runaway Bride, B, My Best Friend's Wedding, or C, Notting Hill?
So the big question here is which of these Julia Roberts movies didn't come out in 99? Scott, are you a big Julia Roberts fan?
No, not really. I was hoping it was going to have something to do with Ocean's 11 or Ocean's 12, but can you give me the choices again?
I can. Is it A, Runaway Bride, B, My Best Friend's Wedding, C, Notting Hill?
Have you seen any of the three?
No, I have not.
This is going to be easy.
The whole thing about the villain doesn't really help me there.
Flip a three-sided coin.
Okay, so I'm going to guess based on your clue. I'm going to guess that she was some sort of villain in My Best Friend's Wedding. So that's the one I think did not come out in 99.
He's guessing My Best Friend's Wedding, and he's guessing correctly.
Wow.
Oh, thank goodness.
Amazing.
I got to be honest. If I didn't see those three movies, I would think Runaway Bride would be the one where you would be the villain. But no, you are correct. It is My Best Friend's Wedding.
Think of that. I'm glad I didn't.
But listen, once again.
Listen, you don't have to Scotty Summer, you don't have to justify yourselves to anybody.
However you get it, you got it. You got it. And that's all that matters. This is a close game, obviously. So far, a perfect game. We love when that happens.
Perfect game. We love a perfect game.
Summer, no pressure for your second question, but so far it's been really great. But you guys are crushing it. You guys are crushing it. I'm proud of both of you.
And that pride is going to go a long way in your life. Not towards a fanny pack, but a long way nonetheless.
That's right.
Summer, your next clue here in Party Like It's 1999. 1999 was a great year for under-the-radar classics, but it wasn't So Money, baby. Is that A, Swingers, B, Galaxy Quest, C, Mystery Men.
Man, this is tough because I feel like had you seen the movies, maybe that clue at the end would be really helpful. I haven't seen any of them, so I can't. I know I can't help you here. Summer, Swingers, Galaxy Quest, Mystery Men.
Okay, I have not seen 2 of these movies.
Okay,
which one have you seen?
I've seen Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, as you should. It's a minted classic.
The question you have to ask yourself is: Galaxy Quest so money, baby?
It is not. They filmed part of that at the Goblin Valley State Park in Utah, which I've been to. It's a super fun park. We watched it kind of recently because of that, actually, so our kids could see it. So I know it's not that one.
Great. So we got it down to 2.
But the clue like money, I'm going to have to go with Wingers and cross my fingers.
She's going to cross her fingers and go with Swingers, and she's right, Tingers.
Amazing. I don't know. I love it. I love it.
She's correct. Swingers, that's Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Way earlier in the 90s. But guys, if you've not seen Galaxy Quest, stop listening to this right now and go find yourself Galaxy Quest.
All right. I'm out of here.
Fantastic. See you, Bran.
Bye.
Donkey says you're out. It's 2-2. Perfect game alert. Sound the alarm, Bran.
Perfect game.
We got to work on it. But it'll get there. We're playing Party Like It's 1999. We're talking about movies that came out or didn't come out in the year 1999. Scotty from Denver, Colorado, this is your question. As if this teen dramedy would be released in 1999, is it She's All That, Never Been Kissed, or Clueless?
Boy, we're in a genre of movies that I'm just didn't spend a lot of time in. I'm going to have to guess from your clue that it's Clueless.
He's going with Clueless, and I need a lottery ticket from both of you. We have the 2 best guessers on the planet. Clueless is correct. As If was your giveaway there, and I'm glad that you got it. Summer, it's back to you. It's a perfect game still. Next question from Party Like It's 1999, and I got to be honest, this is the hardest one.
Oh, no, Summer. No pressure.
Here we go.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm here to help. Horror movies were plentiful in 1999, but they didn't include this particular coven. Is it A, The Bone Collector, B, The Craft, C, The Blair Witch Project?
Are you a big horror movie fan, Summer?
Oh, that is the one genre I do not watch.
Okay, so this is right up your alley. Oh, man, this is tough.
Wow.
Bone Collector, The Craft, Blair Witch.
Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, so Coven is obviously witches. Not going to be Bone Collector. So Craft sounds like witchcraft to me, but then Blair Witch Project sounds witch. But Blair Witch, they're looking for one. So let's go with The Craft.
The way that she worked through that was like a legal mind.
This is a master class at Who What When.
It's a master class in Who What When. Sometimes we do the first game and nobody gets one right.
I know.
Brand. This is how you play. That's correct. The perfect game is on.
Perfect game.
I think we sounded the horn once, and that's plenty.
Okay.
Unless both get to 5, then you know the rules state. We have to sound it again.
That time, if it's 5, I think we need to stand up.
The Who What When bylaws state we have to sound the perfect game.
We spin up, turn around, and sit back down, and then do the.
Yeah, we sure do here in the studio. You said
our hands are tied.
It's 3-3. Scotty, we're playing Party Like It's 1999. Your next clue happens right now. Raunchy comedies were starting to thrive in 99, but this OG to the genre was released a year earlier and made Cameron Diaz a star. Mm-hmm. Is that A, American Pie, B, There's Something About Mary, or C, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me?
This one I feel much more confident in.
Yeah.
That's burned me in the past. So she was not in American Pie. She was in Something About Mary.
Okay.
And that third one, the Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, I feel like she could have been in a later Austin Powers, but I don't think she was in that one. I'm going to go with There's Something About Mary.
He's going to go with Something About Mary, and he's going to be correct, Bran.
Amazing.
He's going to be correct.
Amazing. This is getting dangerously close to the 5 alarm, and we
None
all
of
know
us
that.
want it. Here we go. It's 4-3. It's Who, What, When. It's South Carolina Public Radio. It's Bran. It's Dan. It's Summer's turn.
I'm doing my 90s dance.
Keep it rolling.
I'm doing it right now.
Here we go. Your clue, Summer. Summer blockbusters weren't all hits in 99, which is why this movie wasn't released then. Is it A, Wild Wild West, B, Twister, or C, The Mummy?
I feel like all the clues so far have been like helpful and well thought out.
Which part of that question was the clue?
The fact that this movie is a bona fide hit.
Okay.
Like, this movie dwarfed the other two movies in money made.
All right.
Okay, so it's not going to be Wild Wild West. No.
Mechanical Spider in the Desert? What?
It was a hit.
I don't know that much about that movie, so I'm going to at least feel a little bit better and say it's not going to be that.
Okay.
Twister and The Mummy is a hard one because I am a diehard Brendan Fraser fan. I love The Mummy. You cannot go wrong with Rachel Weisz. Oh my gosh, that's a hard one though. Twister was a big one.
Well, the question that you need to ask yourself is: Did The Mummy, this movie that you love, did it come out in '99?
I'm gonna follow my heart and go with The Mummy, and if it's wrong, it should still be right.
The Mummy was released in 1999.
Oh no!
It's referred to by many as 1999's The Mummy. Twister, 96. Summer misses it, and now we have lost the perfect game. But the game is still very much afoot, Bran. We don't have to sound any more alarms, which is great for all of us.
No longer perfect game.
No, we don't have that. We don't have an alarm for that.
Oh.
Yeah, we do not have
Then why did I come in early to record that, AT,
But
if
also,
we don't need to use it?
If somebody misses the first question, do we sound the no longer a perfect game horn?
I don't know. The word...
We've never done it. We've done 15 of these. All right. It's 4-3.
Just do what I'm told.
This is the last question of this section, or as some call it, this game or segment. Scotty, you have a chance to get a 2-point lead here.
Wow.
Here we go.
Okay.
Your clue in Party Like It's 1999. It's not this movie's fault it wasn't released in 1999. It was nominated for a Best Picture in 97. Is that The Green Mile? Is that The Sixth Sense? Is that Good Will Hunting?
Oh, my goodness.
3 goodies. At least, obviously, one of them was nominated for a Best Picture.
I will tell you this, all 3 of those were nominated for Best Picture.
Okay. Well, okay.
2 of them in 99.
That wasn't much of a clue.
Well,
no, the clue's in there. There's a big clue in there, but I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah, I think the clue is going to save me, but I might be getting overconfident here. I'm going to guess it's The Green Mile.
He's going to guess it's The Green Mile, and that is incorrect.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's
no.
incorrect. It's not your fault. It's not your fault, Scotty. It's not your fault is from Good Will Hunting.
Wow.
Good Will
I've never
Hunting.
seen Good Will Hunting.
Oh, you should 100% see it.
Well, Scotty, do you see dead people, though?
I knew it wasn't The Sixth Sense.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned barn burner here, Brad.
That's exactly right. Burn your barns, everybody. You heard it here first.
You got to do it. Go out and buy. I know it's Saturday morning. Go burn your barns. But in the process of burning your barns, stay tuned to Who What Wins, South Carolina Public Radio. We're getting jiggy with it here on pop culture trivia from the 90s. We've just tested the 90s movie knowledge of our contestants, Summer and Scott, but there's so much more to come right here on this hour.
That's right. Right after this break, we've got a game all about that fresh, radical, and gnarly slang from the 90s.
Cowabunga, dude, next here on Who What When.
Welcome back to Who What When, South Carolina Public Radio's hour of history, games, and trivia. I'm Brandon Gray here with my good buddy, my good pal, Daniel Thompson.
Thanks, buddy. It's 90s week.
That's
We're
right.
revisiting the decade where Bran was born.
Sick.
And specifically the pop culture of that decade. And before we get back to our games, we want to remind you that you can take part in this show. All you have to do is give us a call. We have a ton of fun here. Here are the digits, 803-470-6347, or send a note to whowhatwhen at scpublicradio.org. You'll have a chance to play some games with us and possibly win the title of Who What When Champion of the Week. And even more importantly, possibly a Who What When fanny pack.
That's right.
Big
Scott and Summer, Dan, they are still on our landline. That's right.
Yeah,
Our
the good
landline.
stuff.
Scotty has a slight lead, but that could all change with our next game.
And the next game's one of our favorites here at Who What When. It's a little thing we like to call Slanguage Arts.
Yes, I love this game. It is the perfect game for today's topic because there was so much iconic lingo in the 90s. And again, I was born in the 90s, and so you're welcome for all the slang. It was da bomb. It was funky fresh. It was all that and a bag of chips, if you will.
I think what you're getting at, Bran, is that the 1990s saw an explosion in new slang. And in this game, we're going to ask Summer and Scotty to help us remember some of those terms. Bran is going to read a clue defining a bit of 90s slang and give 3 possible slang words to choose from. And our contestants will take turns trying to guess which term we're talking about.
Let me get my voice ready. Okay.
Okay. Are you ready to roll?
I'm ready.
Bran's going to read these to you. Summer, you are first up here. Bran's going to read a clue, and then he's going to read you the options, and you're going to guess right here on Slanguage Arts. Hit it, Bran.
Sugar Ray made it a chart-topping single, but using this word would just mean cool or hip. Is it A, fly, B, soused, or C, caravan?
This is obviously not true.
Yeah,
Not true.
it's so caravan.
We're going to go with fly.
Bran, when you read these, you're so caravan. The answer is fly.
Yes.
It's fly.
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray.
That's
Summer's
right.
tied it back up. I just want to fly. Wish it was caravan, though. Got to be honest.
Me too.
That's a free one. That's a free
That
one.
was a freebie.
Sauced and Caravan. Who wrote this? Yeah. All right, Scotty, it's tied, and your clue is going to be a lot tougher than that one. Bran, whenever you're ready.
Deuces, I'm leaving, and not necessarily in my upscale German automobile 5000. Is it A, skipping, B, Audi, or C, mussy?
Oh, I remember this. I used to say that I'm Audi 5000. So it's Audi.
He's Audi 5000, and he's righty Scotty. I don't know.
Hey, he's not Audi 5000 in this game, though. He's any
Wow.
6,000.
I'm cringing a little bit thinking about saying Audi, but
Yeah.
that's what we did.
I'm Audi 5000. It was weird, but we did it. But we did
sure
it.
did.
We did. All right, Scotty's retaking the lead. We're going back to Summer here at Slanguage Arts on Who What When, South Carolina Public Radio. Bran, take it away.
This party was aight. Then it was fat. But now it's completely blank. Mary J. Blige might even drop by this family affair. Is it A, crunk, B, turnt, or C, gonzo?
Wow. Okay. I'm not going to sing for you guys, but I am going to go with front.
It would be so Caravan if it was Gonzo.
It would be Caravan.
It would be unbelievable. All right, we're playing Slanguage Arts.
She got it right,
She
by
got
the
it
way.
right. Yeah, she's correct.
Yeah.
It's crunk.
It's crunk.
Let's get it crunk.
We're getting crunk right here on Who What When, I'll say that much.
Yeah, we are at South Carolina Public Radio, the place you go for crunk. And we're talking about 90s slang. It's tie ball game.
Yep.
It's 5-5. Scotty's up next. Bran, hit me with that clue.
In the 90s, your bro, your best bud, your closest pal might be bestowed this title. Careful, it's hot. Is it A, homie pot, B, home skillet, or C, home fly?
I know it's not home fly because I've never heard that before. And I may not be that cool, but I would have heard that. I don't think it's homie pot. That just sounds weird. But I remember saying home skillet. I shouldn't have, but I remember saying it. So I'm going to go with home skillet.
Scotty is Audi 5000 on saying home skillet.
He's not doing it anymore.
He is correct. He's
Yes.
retiring home skillet. He's correct. You got it. It's 6-5. Summer, it's back to you. We have a perfect round going. We don't have a buzzer for that. Don't ask.
Perfect round.
Summer, we're talking about 90s slang. Your clue's coming from Brando right now.
MTV showed you the inside of numerous celebrity humble abodes, but they were even hip enough to use this word for your house or your apartment. Is it A, crib, B, pad, or C, palace?
Okay. Well, it's not going to be Palace. This is a little bit tougher because both Crib and Tad are accurate. I'm going to go with MTV Cribs.
She's going to go with MTV Cribs, and she is going to go correctly.
Wow.
Man, you know what? You can tell both of these guys were hip in the 90s.
Yeah, they were hip.
They know what's at stake here. They know that only one gets to play for the fanny pack. And I think that is the thing that we got to remember. The fanny pack, doesn't really care who you are. You gotta come and get it. You gotta take it. And so this is serious.
Yep.
It's 6-6. We're talking 90s. We got 2 90s experts on the line. Scott from Denver, Summer from North Carolina, and we go into our next clue about 90s slang. Bran, take it away.
This show had everyone from Keenan and Kel to Amanda and Lori Beth. And this phrase was a compliment in the 90s. Is it A, the whole enchilada, B, snick, or C, all that?
Scotty, what do you think?
Oh, boy. I thought I was getting the easy ones there for a little bit.
You were in your 20s in the 90s, and that's costing you here.
Yeah. And a quick correction for you. I was not hip in the 90s. I just paid a lot of attention.
Listen, the lingo you're using begs to differ, Scott. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I don't know what... Snick sounds like it might have been something, maybe with Nickelodeon. I'm going to go with all that.
He's going to go with all that. He's going to be all correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a big one, Scotty, because it was clearly the one that you were the least confident about. And if you can get that, that's going to take you a long ways in this game.
All right. Great job, Scotty. 7-6. Things are getting interesting. Summer with a chance to tie this thing back up. 90s slang right here, right now. Bran, take it away.
LOL. Imagine if that were actually true, but there's no way it could be, Is it A, don't even, B, as if, or C, forget about it?
Oh, gosh.
This is a tough one because those are definitely things that people have said.
Yes.
Yeah, forget about it. Sounds more Sopranos than 90s.
Fair. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say no to that one. I think that if I answer anything other than a clueless reference, I'm definitely not allowed back on this show or to call myself a 90s child. So we're going with as if.
We're going with as if.
As if, whatever, totally right.
Totally right.
Totally right.
Totally tubular. She's right.
Man.
And she's tied it up again. What a back and forth.
This is huge.
We've had one miss all day. One miss all day. What a game. What a Saturday morning. Couple of great players here. Talking 90s here on Who, What, When. What do we have left?
We have 2 left.
The next question goes to Scott. Bran, take it away.
I'm so mad that I can't even tell you to shut up. I don't even want you to look at my face. You don't get it. Is it A, hush up, B, talk to the hand, or C, not today?
I don't think it's not today. That doesn't sound...
It doesn't sound like 90s slang to you, buddy.
No. And that first one, hush up, that's not ringing any bells. But I do remember talk to the hand. I might have the decade wrong, but I'm going to go with talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand because the face don't understand.
They don't understand. That's the thing.
They don't understand, but Scotty understands.
Yep.
He's got a point. He's up 8-7. Summer to tie it. To tie it. All the pressure's on you here.
This is huge. If she gets it right, then we're doing doubles in the final.
We're doing doubles in the final.
Which hasn't happened often in this show, but it's always on the table.
That's right. And that would break the tie anyway.
Yeah. Are you ready, Summer?
I am.
Take it away.
You can't have enough of this shiny jewelry, whether it's on a chain, an earring, or your grills. Yeah, your grills. Is it A, shine, B, bling, or C, bounce?
I really thought you were going to give me ice as an option, and I was going to be really worried, but this is definitely bling, guys.
It's definitely bling. She's definitely right. And we got a tie game, which means we got a doubles finale.
It's a doubles finale. You are listening to Who What When, South Carolina Public Radio's Hour of History, Games, and Trivia. I'm Brandon Gray.
And I'm Daniel Thompson. We're looking back on some pop culture from the 1990s today, and we've got a tie game coming out of our second segment. Our contestants, Summer and Scotty, will both have an opportunity to take home a Who What When fanny pack in our final game today.
I'm psyched. All that and more is coming up after this quick break here on Who What When.
Welcome back to Who What When, an hour of history, games, and trivia from South Carolina Public Radio. I'm Daniel Thompson, here with my good buddy, Brandon Gray.
Howdy. We are talking about the 1990s today, and our contestants Scotty and Summer have been answering questions about some of the blockbuster movies from the time and some of that totally tubular 90s slang. A lot of pop culture from the 1990s has been discussed today, but Dan, before we get to our final game, I wanted to get serious for a moment, if that's okay with you, and talk about some of the things that happened in the 90s that I think completely changed the course of human history, and that is, of course, the meeting between...
Hey, what's up?
What up?
Hey, what's
Is that our producer, A.T. Sharp?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up?
I think that this is a great moment. I know, Bran. I know
I was
you're
about to get hit.
I know you're getting real serious here.
You had your serious voice
But
on.
I was about to play a song.
As a producer, I got to say, you're really bringing me down, okay? I'm standing in as the listener, and I just think this is the perfect time here to get to know you guys better, okay?
Okay.
And so I'm gonna wuzz up my way into this episode.
Okay, what's up right on in?
I'm going to shoot some 90s stuff at you, and we're going to find out how cool were you guys in the 90s. I know that you were born there, and it's just time to find out, like, which table did you sit at lunch? You know what I mean? Let's see how cool you were, okay? If you guys are ready, I'm going to go ahead and start firing away.
You're going to fire away. Brand, are you okay with this?
I mean, I had a lot to get to, but I mean, I guess
It's
this
public
is fun.
radio. We need to be entertaining.
Okay,
though.
yes,
See,
All right, here we go.
We got to get down to brass tacks
let's
here.
get down to it.
Okay, so take it or leave it.
Okay.
Learning everything you know about parenting from a Tamagotchi.
Well, I did have a Tamagotchi.
Yeah.
And did you know this? Tamagotchis are kind of back. Have you heard about
What?
this?
I have not.
There's this app that's like a widget on your phone that's like a Tamagotchi, but it's an app, if you will, that can also be a widget. And you keep this thing alive by doing different tasks, and it's also supposed to help with mental health or whatever. It's very interesting. I love the Tamagotchi, though, and I killed many.
I never had one of these.
No?
They sounded like work that was being disguised as play, and I didn't understand why anyone would have one. I was a hard out on the
But
Tamagotchis.
they poop.
Great, awesome, yeah. Stop selling. I mean, I've got 2 kids.
Yeah.
Stop selling.
Yeah. No, I learned a lot.
No, it's a leave it for me.
Okay.
It's a
It's a
leave
take it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, I love this one. The computer room in the house.
I wish computer rooms still existed. It would help solve a lot of problems. Everybody's on their screen all the time, and I know I sound like I'm 80 years old, but if you had a room where in that room, understand face-to-face time is second, screen is first.
Yeah.
Right?
Where was your computer room in your house? Do you remember?
It was we had a bonus room upstairs above the garage. It was Dad's desk, office, study, computer room, dial up, the whole bit.
Yeah.
That was the place in the 90s where we went, and you knew, and there was a TV in that room. You knew if you were up there.
What a day that would be.
That was it. There was
Go to that
you
room?
don't expect to go up there for any heart-to-hearts.
No.
You know what I mean? And I think that would help us now.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
My computer room was in my parents' room. I know. I know. It's a tough go. Was not a fun spot to computer in, but I would still computer. I would still hop on the AIM. I would ask for the ASL, and all that good stuff. The being in my parents' room, that didn't affect that at all.
When people ask for your ASL, did you give them parents' room as your L?
yeah, I did. So yeah, I do have fond memories of the computer room, but I think I'm going to leave it.
Leave it.
Wow, I'm taking it.
All right, next up, puka shell necklaces. Puka shell necklaces.
Never.
No, I was out on these. I did have a cross necklace, as any good Christian lad. And so I did have a cross necklace for quite some time, but I never did venture into the shell.
The puka shell just wasn't a big, at least where I lived in South Carolina. I didn't see many of those. I remember going down to Myrtle Beach and seeing them, but like
big Myrtle Beach energy.
Huge Myrtle Beach energy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Shout out to the Redneck Riviera.
Shout out.
I'm just saying, in Columbia and then Greenville, South Carolina, I didn't really see that, nor was I a part of that wave.
AT, you struck me as a shell guy.
I was much more of a hemp necklace guy. Okay?
No, I could get down with a hemp necklace.
But I've got to say, not having that puka shell is going to knock you down a few social pegs in the lunchroom. You're not sitting at the cool kids, they had the frosted tips and they had puka shells.
I didn't have that either.
All right, next up, dialing 1-800-COLLECT and saying your message as fast as you can as the name.
Dude, hard take it. Maybe the best commercial of all time is Bob, we had a baby, it's a boy.
We had a baby, it's a boy.
Is the best commercial of all time. Like, a collect call is so ridiculous, but saying like, hey, I need you to come pick me up at the roller skating rink, all in a collect message that your parents then declined. I mean, that's peak 90s energy, man. Come on. Absolutely take it.
I love it. I want it to be around more this day. I think it'd be wonderful.
Okay, next up, appointment TV.
Oh, yeah.
Watching it on a deep TV.
Yeah, the tube.
The deep
tube.
TV.
The tube, yeah. I mean, there's something about appointment TV that I do miss. When Stranger Things comes out, you try to watch those as quick as you can because you know everybody's going to be talking about them.
Right.
The idea that we all had to gather to watch the whatever, Seinfeld, must-see TV on Thursday night, Seinfeld and Friends and all that, that was a good time.
Yeah.
I love having everything there at my fingertips, but I also do miss the appointment television.
I think a lot of folks have kind of bounced back a bit. We were all in on the Netflix model of stream everything and get it all at once and binge it. And I think we're all kind of exhausted. And the process of watching a show weekly has kind of come back a bit. And so maybe we'll get back to this point to where it's not just watching something that comes out on a Thursday, but it's going to drop at a certain time and you can watch. And I think that'd be nice. I think the idea of a communal experience that in society today where everyone is so isolated, everyone walks around with headphones on, doing their own thing, listen to own things at their own time if you're listening to this podcast. But I love the idea of you watch it, you go, and all week everyone talks about it. I think that's why sports are still such a big deal with TV is because it's the one thing that we can kind of all at the same time
go to your
watch,
computer room,
talk.
you watch it at the one time. I love it.
It's great.
Okay, final here.
Okay.
Final.
Let's hear your guys' screen names from AOL.
This is so embarrassing.
Well, I had
let's hit it. I'll tell you
this
mine.
is supposed to be take it or leave it. This is embarrassing.
Well, you're gonna leave your name right here at the end of the segment.
Yeah.
Yep. My first one ever was "Oh Christmas Guy."
You started early.
I started early.
Wow.
And then I transitioned to my magical Red Sox because at the time I was a big Magic fan, Orlando Magic fan, also of the arts.
But also The Gathering.
Yes, but also I was a Red Sox fan, a bigger fan at the time than I am now. I don't really care anymore, but.
Dan?
Mine was Scatones 21. SKATONES 21. 21 was my basketball number. And then obviously I loved the Supertones and the Deftones and many other tones and all of the ska variety. And Scatones 21 still my ESPN account. Still to this day.
Hack them,
So,
everybody.
please hack away.
Similar. My first email was D Howard for Dwight Howard. D Howard 541524. All those numbers were very important at the time at yahoo.com, and I still use that for certain.
Actually,
things
hearing Bill Nye the Christmas Guy or whatever yours was. What was your
Christmas,
first? Christmas Guy and My Magical Red Sox makes me feel fine about Scatones 21.
None of them are good.
No. What about you, AT?
I was Ditto Head 999. It is a Slayer song, and I'm not sorry.
He's not. Of course, he's not.
I'm pretty proud of it. Anyway, thank you guys. I think especially that last one, very revealing.
Yeah.
So grab yourself some Ecto Coolers. Let's go to the final. We got Scotty. We got Summer. Let's finish this episode
I
out.
just want to say you're never going to hear what I had either.
AT,
no. You missed it.
And I
had a
appreciate
great fun
that.
thing.
Thanks for popping in.
Whatever, AT.
Yeah.
As if. This is Who What When on South Carolina Public Radio. I'm Brandon Gray.
What up? I'm Daniel Thompson. Thanks for joining us this hour for History, Games, and Trivia. Today's program's all about the pop culture of the 1990s. And Bran, we got ourselves quite the competition today.
That's right, dude. Our contestants, Summer and Scott, ended up with a tie, if you can believe it, coming out of our previous game. And not only that, but they've also collectively only missed 2 questions total today.
They know they're 90s, Bran.
Now, normally we would only have one caller going out for the weekly title, Who, What, When, trying to get the fanny pack, all that good stuff. But today, listen, it's the 90s. Anything goes. Both our contestants have a chance at those honors, and it all comes down to the final game.
Let me introduce you to a little segment called Sitcommon Sense.
Common sense.
Now, you might think that it's sit, common, sense, and you have to choose one. That'd be a fun game. It's actually not that. It's sitcoms from the 90s. They were a big deal back then, Bran. You had your TGIF. You had your must-see TV. You had the CBS ones. You had a lot of great sitcoms in the 90s. What I have here is a list of singular episodes from very famous sitcoms of the 1990s. And I have one episode synopsis from each of them. The contestants are going to hear the synopsis, and then they're going to have to tell me what show it comes from. This is difficult stuff. This is
difficult stuff, but if you're a child of the 90s and you watched a lot of TV, just hearing some of these might bring some memories that you didn't even realize you still had up in the old noggin to come right to the forefront.
Yeah, psych you right out of your mind. And I got to be honest, there are 6 of these. 2 of them are easy, 2 of them are medium, 2 of them are really hard. Mm-hmm. Okay? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Summer got the last question right. So it's Scotty's turn. Scotty, you ready to play a little Sitcommon Sense?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm very nervous.
Here we go.
Okay.
When Eddie loses $250 to a hardened pool hustler down at the corner pocket, he's rescued first by Steve, who challenges the hustler to a game. Things continue to get out of hand until Carl shows up with Estelle, who wins the game, the money, and saves the day. What are you thinking, Scott?
I think I got an easy one here.
Yeah.
Or I just got really, really lucky.
All right.
Because when you said Steve, I immediately knew it had to be Family Matters. Am I right?
You are right.
That's right.
Oh, good.
It's a rare condition this day and age. That is Steve Urkel, or as some people call him, Stefan Urkel, from Family Matters. That is right. A classic episode down at the corner pocket. Another point for Scotty.
Yes.
Summer, it's your turn. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
All right, here we go. Here is your episode synopsis. Tim accidentally crushes Jill's Chevy Nomad with a 3-ton beam while operating a crane in a TV segment, and now has to figure out how to keep her from finding out, which goes awry when Jill goes to get a book out of her car at the body shop. Meanwhile, Randy tries to stop the bus bully, but gets kicked off the bus in the process. Summer, what are you thinking?
I got to say just really quickly, a wonderful episode of television. A great episode of television.
Yeah. Summer, what do you think?
Well, I can't tell you how many people I knew that had JTT posters up on their walls. So if I got Home Improvement wrong.
That's Home Improvement, and that is correct. That is correct. Man, that's
one Randy Taylor, of course.
Randy and Tim Taylor, Jill, the whole Taylor family.
The whole Taylor family.
The Toolman. That's right. Yeah, exactly. All right. Here we go, Scott. Your question here on Sitcommon Sense. Mark's mom shows up to visit and decides she's staying because she's having a fight with Mark's dad. Mark has to get them back together to keep her from staying. Meanwhile, PJ makes Mark's mom a substitute at the school. Mark's mom finds dirty pictures in his classroom drawer that he'd confiscated from Irvin and Andre the day before, but she thinks that they're his.
Ooh.
It's a tough one here, Scotty. What are you thinking?
I was hoping the clues were going to keep going on there because this is not ringing any bells.
Scotty, you got Mark, you got PJ, you got Irvin and Andre. You got basically everybody.
Yeah.
I'm going out on a limb here. Is it Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Oh, my gosh!
Scotty, how'd you do it?
All right, I am lucky. I am so lucky on that one.
Scotty, how'd you pull that one out of left field there?
I feel like the names were the only thing that gave it. And I was not a fan of that show. But I spent a lot of time watching TV when nobody would date me, so I think I got really lucky.
A lot of people say that there's no upside to having nobody like you. But Scott has proven that anything is possible if you just believe.
And also, Hanging with Mr. Cooper was a TGIF show.
Yeah.
It's just a sometimes forgotten. I love that show. It's a great episode.
I guarantee you I was home on a Friday night.
Yeah, classic TGIF situation. Scott was home ready to go. What a pull, and I thought this was going to be where the tide turned, but he still has the lead. Summer, the next question is yours. Are you ready?
Let's go.
The library asked Jerry about a book he checked out in 1971 and never returned. So Jerry looks up an old girlfriend for his defense against a library cop.
Oh.
That's it. That's all of it.
The only character named Jerry I know is Seinfeld. I guess I have to go with Seinfeld.
She's got to go with Seinfeld, and she's got to be correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Back to back, just using some peripheral knowledge to get to the correct answer. That's how you do it on Who, What, When.
Yeah, it is. All right, your next question, Scotty. It's a tie game. This is your last one, unless there's a tie after you and Summer. This is your last one. Are you ready to go, Scott?
Yeah, we'll see if my luck runs out here.
Here we go. Alan quits his job at the grocery store without discussing it with Amy. In retaliation, Amy promises to make a drastic decision without consulting the rest of the family either. Nervous about the turn of events, Corey has Sean give him tips on being poor. That is the end.
Oh, no. None of those names.
Okay.
Oh, no. I'm starting to realize the age gap is going to hurt him
This
here.
could be big.
I have absolutely no idea.
Oh, boy.
Can I steal?
No, you can't.
Oh,
That stings. Well, listen. This is there. The only course of action here, Scotty, is to just make a random guess of a 90s sitcom.
I don't have any clue. I can't even make a guess.
He can't even make a guess. By this time, he had gotten a date on Friday night.
Oh, you hate to see it.
That is TGIF stalwart, Boy Meets World.
Oh,
Nope, I've never seen Boy Meets World.
Scotty,
Boy,
it hurts
you're
my
not
heart.
missing much,
It
buddy.
hurt. Oh, whoa.
Hold up, Dad.
I'm just kidding. I know it's Brand's favorite show ever. It was just a joke there.
Offensive.
Everybody. All right. Well, what that means is Scotty has missed one. It's tied. Summer has one left and a chance to steal this victory in the fanny pack here on Who, What, When. Summer, last question's yours. You ready to roll?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. While Jesse's single isn't performing well on the charts in the United States, he learns that it's #1 in Japan. He and the family fly to Tokyo, where he's treated like a superstar, causing his ego to inflate. He gives a concert, whereupon he is offered a 12-month tour and must decide between his career and his family.
Wow.
Summer, what are you thinking?
Stephanie would say, how rude, if you don't know that that's Full House.
If you don't know that it's Full House, and it is Full House.
Wow. My
What
goodness.
a game.
Summer with the victory.
What
Congratulations.
a game. It was nip and tuck the whole way. It was back and forth. And with the last question, Summer from North Carolina is victorious. She's getting a Who, What, When fanny pack. She's going to have a happy Saturday. Scott from Denver, Colorado, what a player. What a game.
But you know what? It serves him right for never seeing Boy Meets World. I'm mad at him for that.
Yeah. Scott,
You know, Dan, if I won, I was going to wave my fanny pack just to never hear Brand use 90s slang again.
that would have been a great trade, but unfortunately it didn't work out for you, Scott. But
Scott's being real caravan right now. I'll be honest
Scott is
with you.
being super caravan. A great job, Summer. Scott, wonderful player. Thanks for playing. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. Summer, congratulations on the big win. What are you going to do with your winnings?
You know what? I'm going to take it around the country with me. We got a couple states left to see, so that's going to be one well-traveled fanny pack.
A fanny pack tour. It's unbelievable. What better way to use a fanny pack than taking it around our beautiful country? Thanks so much for playing.
And that'll do it for this edition of Who, What, When. We've had such a baller time revisiting the 90s with our contestants Summer and Scott. And congratulations again to Summer for winning today's game.
Our producer's A.T. Shire. Our executive producer is Sean Birch, who is still waiting for his chance to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. This show is a production of South Carolina Public Radio and is made possible in part by listener contributions to the ETV Endowment of South Carolina.
And if you want to be a contestant on Who What When, give us a call at 803-470-6347 or send us an email to whowhatwhen@scpublicradio.org.
You can find out more about the show and listen to this episode again at our website, southcarolinapublicradio.org/whowhatwhen.
And don't forget, you can subscribe to Who What When wherever you listen to podcasts, and you can listen through your smart speaker by asking it to play Who What When.
I'm Daniel Thompson.
And I'm Brandon Gray. Join us next week for more history, games, and trivia right here on Who What When.